Welcome back, it's me Lou, and I'm here again for another action figure unboxing and review. And we're taking a look at this guy. This came out quite some time ago, maybe a year ago actually. This is the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame Iron Patriot. So, I passed up on this figure multiple times. As much as I kind of wanted the Thor Build-A-Figure. At the time, I think I'm even up until now. I'm just kind of like burned out on the Marvel Legends stuff. For me, it seems like there's no end in sight, and they keep on raining down figure after figure in so many waves. And I don't know. I'm just getting, not that I'm super burned out, because the figures come out and I think they look cool, but the urge to buy them just isn't as high as it used to be. So the reason why I got this guy though is because I was going through my Iron Man figures, and I realized I didn't have as many War Machine figures as I thought I did. I have a lot of the War Machine figures in the 3 3/4 scale, but for the 6-inch Marvel Legends scale, I think I only had like 3 of them. And I'm like, oh, I thought I had more. So I decided if I was going to get one, I was going to get the Iron Patriot. And as much as I'm like conflicted with Fat Thor, I'm not really into the Bro Thor, and when he's armored up, I'm not too keen on that either, but I do like the head a lot. I like this portrait of Chris Hemsworth. And I do have an extra Endgame Thor, so my thought is maybe I just swap out the heads and put that on the body. Even though it's not screen accurate, but I don't care. So yeah, here is Iron Patriot from Avengers Endgame as seen in the final battle for Earth. Beautiful figure, right? I can tell you right now, the sculpting looks awesome, the detail's awesome. On the back, nice character artwork. And on over here, all right, beautiful artwork again. Iron Patriot, proud and powerful. The Iron Patriot is heavily armed, high-tech, and ready for battle. All right. And there's Bro Thor. He's a Build-A-Figure. I remember this wave of figures, they were hard to find for me, at least, when they came out. I don't remember seeing half of these on the shelves. I never saw Valkyrie on the shelf. I might have seen Vision. I've seen Iron Man. I never saw Heimdall. Never saw Cap. And I did see Iron Patriot. I passed on him a couple of times. Now I was on eBay and Amazon the other night looking up prices on these, and they are expensive. I don't want to spend that kind of money just to build up Thor in pajamas. And I think in August, I think this fall, I think they're finally releasing a Marvel Legends of Fat Thor, but all armored up as he looks like in the movie as a solo figure, I think. And you could go the other route with, I think SH Figure Arts might have one. I'm not sure. I think. Either way, we're gonna open this guy up and take a look at him. Okay, first impressions while he's still in the tray. Very impressed. Very impressed. I am liking what I see. Hey, I have a question, alright? So if anyone can answer this, leave a comment below. So, before they released Endgame Iron Patriot, they released an Endgame War Machine. He was as bulky as this, except he was in his traditional black and silver armor. And for the life of me, I don't think that iteration of the costume is in the movie at all, or even in the entire series of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I was checking out a video the other day on YouTube. Someone had a history of the War Machine armors, and that specific action figure, it was never in any of the movies. So I need clarification on that. So if anyone has a clear answer on the previous version of this figure that came out that was in black and silver, And, you know, if that appeared in the movie, let me know, because I was kind of curious about it, because I remember when that figure first came out, it looked really cool, but then I saw the movie, and I'm like, hey, in the movie, he's colored like the Iron Patriot, but the figure was, you know, black. I wasn't sure if the figure was released more so on, based off of concept art, or as my brothers kind of like hypothesized, maybe they wanted to give us that mold, but not spoil the movie, and reveal that Iron Patriot was in it, and just give us the standard War Machine colors. So either way, wow, wow, this is nice. First impressions are everything sometimes, and this guy is a winner. That's the first thing I thought. Wow, this guy's a winner. I love the shade of blue on here. It's like a weird, like, metallic candy blue. I don't think the camera does it justice. I'm going to remove this white paper underneath. The reason why I normally have this is for contrast's sake, but I'm kind of curious if I take this off, if the detail will show better, and the light won't come off it too much and look overblown. Yeah, nice detail. It's some parts are like a soft rubbery plastic, like the shoulder pads, but that's okay because it allows for better movement. Man, this is nice. It feels kind of gummy and rubbery in some spots, but I'm not holding that against the figure. The detailing and sculpting is beautiful. Look at that. You get some really crisp detail. There's vents. There's a nice pattern along his spine. Yeah, this candy blue is really sweet. No pun intended. I wish they would give us an extra head. Like, you take this one off and maybe say, you know, there's actually a James Rhodes head. That'd be kind of neat. It'd be cool to get a Don Cheadle head with this. I love this armor design a lot also. I love, in all honesty, I'm more partial to the War Machine armors than the Iron Man ones. They just look cooler. I kind of like the idea that you see all those guns and missile pods right out the bat. Whereas everything with Tony's armor, it's always kind of more stealth and stuff that's kind of like this, you know, appears. Articulation's great. I kind of wish they'd give you the waist swivel, because I mean, you could twist them at the like the sternum, you know, a little bit below the chest. But I kind of wish they would give you a waist swivel, but it's not bad. I can't tell if the arms, yeah, the arms kind of go out. Yeah, they do. I like these missile pods on his thighs. Yeah, those look awesome. Really nice figure. For me, easy 8.5 or 10. I kind of wish they'd give him different hands. He has one hand open. It's kind of unfortunate because it looks like he has repulsors. Now, I'm not sure if War Machine necessarily uses repulsors like Iron Man does, but there's, you know, unless those are just more so for flying. But it'd be nice if you gave him a little bit more hand options. You know, 2 fists and another hand like this. Need some water. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I think this is my 8th video I shot today, so kind of going nonstop. Today was my day off from work, so I'm just gonna spend my free time to shoot as many videos as I could. Double jointed knees, thigh cut. It's really beautiful. Let's take a look at the accessories. A couple of missile pods, and I think these are for the forearms, if I had to guess correctly. I'm not sure what. No, these go on the side. Okay. All right, so he has some holes on the back. Man, it looks like these plug in. So I think I'm just checking to see which goes a wire. These go here. I'm gonna take a look at the box real quick. Alright, the box doesn't do a whole lot to tell me where anything goes. And I can't tell if these are all the same size pegs or if some are smaller. Give me a second. I want to take a look online real quick. I want to make sure I'm putting the right I want to make sure I'm putting the right peg into the right hole. You know, I don't want to do any wrong hole. And if you know what I'm talking about. They don't appreciate the wrong hole. Marvel Legends Iron Patriot. Alright, so I'm looking at some images online, trying to figure out where these go. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like the missile pods go on the bottom, and these go on top. Are these different, or are these the same? Yeah, I apologize. I should have done my homework sooner, but I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Okay. So from what I'm seeing, these go on the bottom mounts. Like so. They're made of a softer, I think they're softer, bendier plastic, or at least the mounts are. They look a little bit warped. Yeah, because I don't know. See, they look kind of bent on top. They're not. I'm not sure if they're supposed to sit more flush like that because they're kind of caving in. And I'm not plugging them in all the way either. Yeah, I don't like the fact that I get why they're a more pliable, rubbery plastic, because if this dropped and they crack, it sucked to have the peg snap and be stuck on the inside. But I don't like how they kind of like warp and are caved in. I might be able to fix that, but the effect is cool though. So this is Iron Patriot all armored up, ready to go. He's going to take on Thanos and his children of Thanos in the Black Order. And he's going to annihilate everybody with all this firepower. War Machine is the one-man army. That's the one thing I always liked about him. He's decked out. He doesn't need support. He just could go in and do everything on his own. He has more firepower than like the entire armed forces of the United States. It seems like if you're a bad guy, all it would take is like this, shoot a bullet in the missile pod, this right there, and have this explode, and it's a chain reaction, and everything blows up around him, and then he just dies. An unfortunate death. Yeah, so this is James Rhodes, aka War Machine. And I have a couple of War Machine figures with me. This is also, now this isn't, I'm not sure if this was ever in Endgame, but this is from the budget Endgame toy line, and also the budget Infinity War toy line. This is War Machine. He comes with this Gatling chain gun kind of deal. And I got a more traditional War Machine figure. His mask is up so you can see Don Cheadle inside of it. I can't remember which movie this is from. I'm not sure if this is from Civil War or if it's from one of the other Avenger movies. And this is Marvel Legends also. This is a 6-inch figure. So the budget figures are generally about 5.5 inches tall. Marvel Legends are generally 6 inches. This guy is a beast. He's much taller, which is rightfully so. He's War Machine suited up for like the big time battle, the end game, if you will. Yeah, it's a beautiful figure. I highly recommend it. How much did I paid maybe like $8 more for it than retail. I kind of wish, I'm really kicking myself that I didn't buy this at the time. It's out in stores. But part of it is that I knew if I bought one, then I'd be sucked into buying the rest of them. And the other ones, they're not easy to find. And then I'd have to resort to eBay. And then next thing you know, I'm like spending like $200 just to assemble one figure, and I'm like, I'm kind of turned off on that. And you know, I hate the Build-A-Figure waves where, you know, there's always that one figure that's gonna be impossible to find, and the rest are, you know, you can find them. It's like kind of like with right now the Shang-Chi movie is coming out soon, and there's the Build-A-Wave for that where you can make Mr. Hyde, and I see Shang-Chi everywhere. That's all I see. That and that Katie figure. But I can't. I saw Death Dealer once and I passed up on him. But that's the really hard figure to find. Same, I think, with the other female figure. So if you're into the Build-A-Figures, you know, my hat's off to you. Unless you're like just buying the entire wave, like at Big Bad Toy Store or like the Chosen Prime when they go up for pre-order. But if you're like me, I mean, I've done that before too. But if you're like me and you kind of keep your fingers crossed, hoping you'll run into them at the store, it's like it's such a crapshoot. So my thoughts on the Thor head real quick. I'm very conflicted with the Fat Thor character. You know, I think Fat Thor is funny for like 5 minutes, and then after that I just feel bad for him because it's almost like a sign of him being depressed and, I don't know, being this downward spiral, probably like mental illness or something, or his insecurities, and knowing that for 5 years he's been out of it because he made, I don't know, couldn't live up to his image of being the god of thunder. So I'm always conflicted with the idea of Fat Thor. I do like this head a lot though, and you know, to be honest, if I could put together the Bro Thor figure, I would, but the secondary prices are too much for it right now. And I don't need it that bad. But I would like an armored Thor with this head on it. So my plan is I found an extra one of these. I don't know why I have 2 of this figure. But my plan is that I'm just going to take this guy's head off and plop this one's on. So at least I have a fully bearded Thor with the long hair, and he's not fat. Maybe I can just tell myself, you know, maybe he went on a diet and he's wanted to get back into better shape and he's getting there, but he's going to keep the beard. So that's the goal. I'm just going to swap this head out later. And here's another Iron Man figure. I just off to the side. I can't remember which movie this is from. I'm tempted to say this might be one of the drones, right? Like Tony doesn't actually pilot this one. Isn't this more so just like a drone? But I like the color scheme a lot of this one. Kind of reminds me of Ultimate Iron Man from the Ultimates comics, but the head's different. And the Ultimates has like bigger boots. So yeah, do I recommend Iron Patriot? Yes, yes, yes. I regret that I passed up on him in the store, but I am ecstatic that I have him now. He's beautiful. I love this candy blue finish. His armor's awesome. I kind of wish these were, I don't know. I don't like. You can kind of tell they're made of that weird soft rubbery plastic because they're not pointing straight. But that's all right. I can live with that. And it's cool that they give you the option to take them off. So yeah, I highly recommend Iron Patriot from Endgame. He's awesome. You know, buy the figure, have him wreak some havoc. You know, you can pretend maybe this is the comic book version, and you know, maybe like Norman Osborn's up to no good again, and he started up the Dark Avengers, and he's the Iron Patriot. You know, whatever. It's all good. So once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you come by again soon, and I will talk to you later. Take care.